Really? Do I have to keep saying this? Hollywood, bad. Rise Up Paranormal, good, very good. Paranormal Truth, right now.
All the searching we did as a kid.
Unbelievable.
Come to the North Pole.
Where the hell's Santa?
It's not even cold in here, so that was all a myth.
Okay, so maybe their geography needs some work, but that isn't what makes the members of Rise Up Paranormal the pros that they are. It's paranormal investigations, successful paranormal investigations, that make them one of the best, if not the best crew in the business.
Hey, anybody see the ping pong ball move across the table?
No, but Mark did.
You get a camera on that, right? Go back 2 minutes. There's 5 ping pong balls on the table, right?
I had them on a row.
Yeah, I'm in a row. And like I'm standing there, I hadn't touched the table yet, and one of them breaks ranks and starts coming down the table, and I'm watching it go, and I'm looking at the camera, and I'm...
One of them?
Yeah, just one of them.
One of them is in the back. Really? So how do you rewind that? I would just do a recording right now, but...
Right, you had
It's
5 in a row,
definitely-
one of them broke ranks.
Yeah.
Escaped from the rest of them
So I would
and
just
started
practice.
like coming across the table, and I'm just watching this thing go, and I'm like, oh, okay.
So bracket this
So I'm pointing at the camera like a madman.
5 minutes.
Anybody getting this?
The investigation didn't even start yet, and weird things were already happening. That is exactly why Rise Up Paranormal is at Middleborough Town Hall. The stories tell that there is a lot of paranormal activity here, and the history itself is quite interesting. Like most of eastern Massachusetts, Middleborough has a rich and long history that dates back to the 1600s. The town hall doesn't go nearly that far back, but 1873 isn't anything to sneeze at either. It was in 1872 that architect Solomon Eaton secured a contract with Middleborough to construct a new town hall. The building went up and is as impressive today as it was back in the late 1800s. However, Mr. Eaton was unable to see it through to the final stages as he died on site. In light of the ominous beginnings of the town hall, it has been occupied ever since it opened. While it houses town offices and a meeting room for the town selectmen, it was also used for dances, plays, and musicals.
The rest of the basement on the other side later too.
Yeah.
Because I want to ask her about those beams, you know how they're all charred and
Right.
everything like that. I want to ask her about a fire here.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Because I don't think they would bring in charred beams from someplace else
Doubt it.
that are kind of compromised and weak from a fire
And they're all in that one area too.
to build a town hall. So I want to see if, I would just ask her if there was a fire here in the past.
Right. That's a good idea.
I want to say that there was, but I don't know. Hello. My name is Ken. This is Cody, my
Hello.
buddy here with me. We've been here before. Some pretty interesting things we came across here, so we thought we would come back and try to talk to whoever might be here again who's willing to talk to us. But I want to start right from the beginning by asking for a woman. And there was a female here who tried to communicate to us last time, and we did appreciate it. So we were wondering if you had something else to say, or some way of communicating with us. If you want to say something, go right ahead and do that. I thought I heard you singing, which was lovely, actually. Thank you very much for that. Typically, somebody who sings is happy. We were standing right where we were last time. Is it possible that you could sing to us again? See, I don't know what that fan
Right. It's hard to tell.
does to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was just different than that. We checked the round on that.
Yeah.
It's balanced. It's not touching anything. I know that these jail cells are used now for storage, which is much different than they were used many, many, many years ago. Was anybody held here before you were waiting trial? Is there anybody here that would like to make themselves known to us? It's your option. We'll listen. We're good listeners.
I'm addressing the woman that I have heard in the past, and so has my friend Ken, like he mentioned. Did you have a family member that once did time in these cells? Did you know somebody that was here? Is that why you're here?
There's someone in here with me right now. Am I in here intruding on anyone's territory? Am I somewhere I'm not supposed to be? Mind if I have a seat? You can go ahead and let yourself be known if you'd like. Is anyone here who spent any time in this jail cell? What were you incarcerated for? What was your offense? Was it anything serious?
So if you can hear my voice right now and hear Ken's voice, sometimes it can be hard for us to see you and hear you. So we bring these tools that we use to help improve our senses a little bit. So this ball right here lights up all different colors, and feel free to light that ball up, give it a little push. It won't hurt you. If you feel comfortable answering a question, if it's a yes, you can feel free to light up the ball.
Cody, do me a favor. Just shut me in here.
What's that?
Just shut me in here.
All right.
Like pretty much last time.
And I just want to, start again with, it's really, really hard for us to hear and see you. So whatever you do for us, we ask if you try to do it extremely loud.
We also know that you were able to have a seat up in the balcony,
That motion light went off.
and there was another.
Yeah.
probably in this area here, where my red light is shining. So if you could do that again and let us capture an image of you in the seat, that would be great. We just want to know, like my friend Chris said, who you are. Okay. I hear something beeping.
There's a fan over there that on some of the turns it goes
Okay.
like that. I wonder if I whistle for you, just like a... Could you repeat that?
We also have some objects here on the table for you. What you need to do is go close to it. One of the devices will emit a sound and light up some lights. The others are just ping pong balls for you to move. And then there's a piece on the end, right here. All you have to do is push that button and it will light up. So that's for you to try to interact with and hopefully be able to see something move on that.
And again, just in case you just came in, we're talking to any spirits, those attached to the building, this location, people who have passed on, ghosts. Again, I don't know how do you refer to yourself, but we're here to communicate with you. Maybe you're a child. We've heard that there's a little child here, maybe a girl. Maybe you like to sing and play. I'm a school teacher. I teach 12-year-olds. I spend my day interacting with kids. I would love to meet you. Is there a way you could perhaps knock some of those balls off the table? Let me know you're here?
Some type of squeaking?
Yeah, I do. I was going to mark the audio a little while ago, but it's coming. It seems like it's either coming from the dehumidifier,
Yeah.
or somewhere over here, but not all the time.
Right. It's not like a pattern or anything.
No, it sounds mechanical to me.
Right. Oh yeah.
So who's the woman that sings? Could you sing something to Cody outside, please? He's a young man, enjoys music. Do you have a song that you're fond of, you want to share with us? We're not making fun of you. We would honestly love to hear you sing something. Hey. Hey, big spikes on both. But this did shut down at the same time. When that shut down, both of them spiked, so I want to keep an eye on it if it kicks back on again.
All right.
So here I am, locked in a jail cell, looking for someone to talk to. I could stand to be entertained right now. If you'd make me feel better, could you sing to me? Might help me pass the time. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in here before I go upstairs. Did they incarcerate women and children here too? Different offenses, I know it's much different. In the time you were here experiencing this, a lot of times they did lock up children. Women, mothers. Mark audio there 10 seconds ago. Hey Cody, you hear anything weird out there? About 20 seconds ago now.
Yeah, I did. I marked something. I thought, to tell you the truth, I thought I heard a syllable or something. High pitch.
Yeah? Okay, me
I marked
too.
it.
Me too.
All right. I had my headphones on. Do you have a idea of where it came from?
Out there,
Okay.
in the hallway, outside this cell.
All right. I'm gonna take a walk down here a little bit.
Yep.
If there's anybody here, all we want to do is talk to you. Is there anything that you need to tell us? We've been asking you a lot of questions, and maybe you have some questions you want to ask us. I'm sure this looks very odd to you, what we're doing. We have all these strange tools in our hands, and I assure you they're just to help us out, to hear and see you better. Everyone here tonight is here for the same reasons as Ken and myself. We want to learn about you, make sure everything's all right. I'd be happy with just knowing your name. You know our names. I think it's only fair that we know yours. I thought I just heard something. Ken, did you just hear something? It sounded like a female. Again.
No, I did not, Cody.
15 seconds ago?
No. Oh, there it is.
Heard it again.
Yep.
Alright, wait a minute, I have to write this down.
I got it that time.
That was loud.
Sounded like same thing, didn't it?
Where'd you hear it coming from?
Outside, just like I did before.
Out here? Yeah. Where did you hear it, Ken? I had one headphone, so I think it came from this section down here. Let me grab this.
If you're trying to speak to us, we can hear you.
That was kind of loud.
Please do it again. Please do it again.
Let's try here. Alright. We heard you.
Again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just called to you guys right now immediately after I heard it again.
You heard it again?
Yes, I did.
Alright.
Listen, it sounds like it's out there, but it sounds like it would be
Right over here?
to my right.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's not in here with me.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah, I thought I heard a couple before that loud one, and it sounded like it came from over here. Then that last one, it sounded like it came from where the books and storage articles are,
Okay.
to the right. So that's where I'm heading down there right now to see if I can get anything.
This EVP was not only picked up on everyone's equipment in the basement, but they all heard it with their own ears too.
Yeah, did you just hear something?
No, I did not.
It sounded like a female. Again. Maybe about 15 seconds ago?
No. Oh, there it is.
Heard it again.
Yep.
Yeah, did you just hear something?
No, I did not.
It sounded like a female. Again. Maybe about 15 seconds ago?
No. Oh, there it is.
Heard it again.
Yep.
Yeah, what's interesting is we do know you're here. I mean, we're kind of past the "are you here?" We know you're somewhere. And maybe it's a trust thing, maybe it's an energy thing. But what we're really trying to do today is we really want to tell other people about you. And anything you can do would help us greatly. And personally, I really, really want to meet you. Whether you're the former architect, the one who started designing this building and passed away on the grounds here, whether you're a child who maybe is still roaming around because you like the plays and the people, a caretaker, perhaps someone I can't even guess. Make some noise or something. Do you miss the songs and the dancing and the plays? You do it, Joe will go dance for you.
You don't want me seeing me dancing. I'm not graceful at all.
He's a Gene Kelly of his age.
How about a woman? Is there a woman here? Ma'am, if you're here, we'd love to hear from you. And if you're a gentleman, I'm sure you had some vices when you were alive. So like Chris said, alcohol, smoking a cigarette or a cigar. I have cigarettes if you'd like one. Just let me hear you say cigarette. I'll leave one for you.
If you don't know what that is, it's like a pipe with the tobacco. You just don't have to bite off the pipe stem every time it gets clogged up. Sure, that was a pain. What was that? Did you hear it? I heard something like, "Rrr." Did anyone else hear that? Or was that just me?
I didn't hear it.
Well, mark it. Sounded like it was over here. I'll just keep going. As you can tell, we're listening for every sound, every little sound. And we're like, oh, what was that? Because we think you'd really have a difficult time communicating with us.
I just thought I saw something move. I was looking up there, on the corner of my eye, I thought I saw something move.
So, I mean, we're looking and we're listening to every little sound, so anything big you can do.
We have complete attention.
Yeah, and if the bigger the better. And just once. I'm not going to make you repeat it 8 million times and have you go on and on. I need to know you're here. I need to meet you. We need to meet you. We really want to.
I feel like I'm actually in prison now. The first time you said that, I heard nothing. Second time, you and I both heard it loudly. I think Dan heard it too.
Yeah.
That time, I just heard female again.
Yeah.
Let's do this then. I'm just going to stay here.
Okay.
And if you want to go down the other end, go down. But that's not me talking.
Nothing.
I'm asking no questions. I'm just letting you go do your thing.
All
So
right.
I'm going to stay here.
You can give it a shot. It might be good to have a set of ears down here. Did you hear something else?
What? I thought I did, but maybe not.
But I definitely know that
Now,
last
now,
one.
yeah, now I'm anticipating hearing stuff
Right.
now. You know how it is, right?
Yeah.
So I just kind of like, I don't want you guys, you know what I mean? I just want to listen.
That might be a good idea.
So I'm going to hang.
All
So
right.
go down there, check out where you thought it came from.
Yeah.
If I hear anything, I'm not going to like scream like a banshee.
Yeah. Just
But-
let us know. Dan can hear you anyway through your
Yeah.
mic. You know?
All right,
You
good.
don't even have to talk loud. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you can either answer them right here, or you can tell the answer to my friend Ken.
Ken, I just got that off your microphone.
Do you hear that? Like a freaking scream?
Yes, I heard it on your microphone.
All right, I'm getting like, yeah, I'm getting a little,
All right.
I'm good, but that just like,
All right. I like that. All right. I'm going to stay right here. Let me get my stuff. Wait a minute.
that was in here with me.
Ken sent Cody to the adjoining cell to see if there were any compressors or air tanks or anything that has a release valve on it. Cody found nothing.
Yeah, no. I've been hearing stuff back there.
Are we correct? Are you up on the stage now?
Do you want me to look this way? Is that what you're trying to say?
You're setting off our devices. The lights light up when things pass in front of it. Could you perhaps turn one of them on now for us, please? Thank you. How about the other side? Are you able to affect the other piece?
Yeah, can you move that one over there? I think maybe if you move the curtain a little bit, it might go off. I'm not sure how you're setting it off, but could you set the other one off? I just saw some movement underneath the door,
Down on the left?
the main door.
No?
Damn it, we don't have a camera on either. Are you outside the door? Could you walk by it? We can kind of see the light through it, so if you walked by it, we'd see you. I swear to God, the whole bottom just. Could you whistle out there? A few weird things happened. We heard a couple of noises that we marked. We definitely had some weird interaction with the motion sensors and the lights on the stage, so we'll have to review that to see if any interference with the walkie-talkies caused it or what, and we're hoping maybe another session will experience it too. I did see one shadow underneath the door. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. Unfortunately, the one camera that we couldn't get working today was the one on the door. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that, and hopefully we picked up some EVPs. So I think it was a great session.
With all the voices that Ken and Cody experienced, they immediately started listening to the recorders once the first session was done.
2340.
Is the, what we think is
what
what
you hear.
we're calling the
Right
scream.
now, when this starts playing, you're going to hear me saying, "Did you just hear something?" It sounded like a female, and then it happens. 2340.
All right.
Time is right here.
This is on this mic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, did you just hear something?
No, I did not.
It sounded like a female. Again. Maybe about 15 seconds ago.
No. Oh, there it is.
Start it again.
Yep.
Let me back it up a little bit. It sounded like a female. Again, maybe about 15 seconds ago.
Oh, there it is.
Start it again.
Yep. You know what? It still sounds like a sing-song.
Right, it does, like a two.
The first time we were here, recorded, a woman's voice sounded like it was singing. So this happened multiple times the first time we were here, so we wanted to go down once again and approach it from that line of questioning. And again, at least on 3 occasions, we heard the voice. One with Cody hearing it, that I didn't. Second, we both heard it, and the third time I did, followed by what sounded like a very high-pitched yelp or a scream or something like that from inside the room. We're pretty sure that there was no pressure release valves or anything like that going on. It's the second time that this has happened. In both occasions, I've had the door shut in the cell. That may be coincidental, but it's a different type of sensation for anybody who's ever had a door slam behind them, even though you know you can walk out whenever you want to and you're not there for any offense. There is still the question of your mind starting to wander a little bit, like who was in here, what were they in here for, what was the offense, how bad was it, what happened to them? Because back then, even children were incarcerated for stealing an apple because they were hungry or something like that. There wasn't much leniency. So the very fact that there are 3 cells down there signifies to me that they were pretty busy. You know, and I'm sure that everything wasn't murder or some kind of capital offense. I'm sure that there was some pretty relatively tame type of things going on, but back then the law was much different and much less forgiving. So we're curious to see what we picked up down there.
The other piece of evidence that was found in that first basement session was the scream Ken heard while sitting in the cell. Cody never heard it, but I did through the mic that Ken was wearing.
Talk to me. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you can either answer them right here, or you can tell the answer to my friend Ken. Right here. Right here.
Ken and Cody kept quiet on their findings in the basement so that Chris, Julie, and Steve would not go in there with predetermined notions.
All that space.
Okay. Round number 2.
I am dying to hear what they come back with after that session down there.
I'm very interested. Maybe awesome.
That'll be phenomenal. I say, who's going? Steve, Julie, and Chris, right?
Joe's right. Oh no,
Joe's at base. I'm wagering that Steve wants to go in the jail cell.
You coming in? You getting locked in? I can go in for a little bit if you want. Don't matter to me. Oh, it's definitely going to be a... It's hot. Yeah, a little bit. I'm locking. Yeah, definitely turn that. Oh, I almost killed myself. Quarter doesn't fall over.
I don't think we can turn that off.
Those boxes that collapse in. Anybody in here with us tonight? My name is Steve. I haven't been down here yet. I know some people say they hear voices in here. Can you tell me your name? Hey, Julie, were you talking to anybody about maybe a minute ago? I know you walked away that way.
I talked to Chris for 2 seconds.
Okay, maybe it was you then. Okay.
It's probably me.
Okay, all right.
Well, hello. Very nice to be back here again. The last time we were here, someone was so kind to respond to some whistling, some singing. I know that this particular place hosted a great many plays, musicals. So what I'm hoping is that someone is here who feels an attachment to the location, enjoyed these times that we're here, someone who appreciates the arts. If you appreciate good singing, we can't promise anything there. But I know of all the functions that they had here. A lot of them were holiday festivals and so forth, recitals. I'm sure a lot of children come here for Christmas plays, things of that nature. So to that end, my friend Cody was nice enough to bring something you may be interested in. It's a little dog up on the stage, and you are welcome if anyone wants to come over and try to pick him up or give him a hug. You're welcome to do that. We brought that for you tonight. So if there's any children here at all, or anyone really who would like to go over and see him and curious about him, we just want to let you know that it's there for you tonight. We're just trying to extend some friendship to you, some goodwill, to let you know we're here with the deepest respect for you. So above all, we want to give you the opportunity, if you'd like to speak to us, let your presence be known. We're here to listen. Excuse me. Can you see and hear us right now, sitting up on this stage? Could you just let us know? Could you acknowledge that you can see and hear us?
Maybe you should try whistling again.
Yep.
See what happens.
Can you whistle something back to me? I don't mind beginning. Can you return that to me? We have no intent of running after you. We'll just sit on the stage. If you'd like to let yourself be known or show yourself to us in some way, you're welcome to do that. Okay, that's the fourth time. I keep seeing that third window over there.
Well, while you were talking there, I marked something. I don't know what it was.
See that big cathedral window, the third one? The one closest to us? It's like four times. No, on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Third one, closest one to us.
Oh, okay.
4 times. I didn't say anything, but it's like something moves in front of that. If I turn away, and I move toward it, like, and I see it again, then I know it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes adjusting to it or something.
I'll take any information that you're willing to share. Why you were in here, what year you were here. Why you stayed here. Mark audio. Chris, did you just hear, like, whining almost? Did you hear anything out there?
No, I was looking through the tax evaluation books from 1861.
It sounded like whimpering. Like whimpering. I just marked on the audio about 15, 20 seconds ago. I know you and Julie weren't whispering each other, or no?
No, we weren't talking.
I hope I caught it. Em, if you can hear me, can you walk over to Julie and say hello to her? She wants to know who you are too. There's somebody above us. Joe, is there somebody above us walking?
Yeah, I'm in this room.
Does this make this motion detector go off? Because the motion detector just went off.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the walkie-talkie.
The walkie will make that go off?
Yeah. Sometime.
I'll try it again. I thought the footsteps were above me.
I was right here looking at this. I don't know if this will move it. 'Cause I was just trying to figure out where the fire stopped.
Could you repeat that, Joe? Was anybody above me?
The only one that's upstairs is Ken and Cody, and Dan's walked around and Cody walked to the other side of the theater.
Hey Steve, this is Cody. Can you hear me?
What was that, Cody?
Yeah, we're on the second floor. You're in the basement, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, I'm gonna walk around just like I did, I don't know, about a couple minutes ago now, and let me know if you hear anything.
The footsteps Steve heard were not coming from up on the second floor. Ken and Cody decided to take their investigation backstage.
I knew there was a way up here somewhere. What a squeaky voice.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we're going the right way. Maybe it was Bruce. Okay, we've stepped back away. Would anybody like to go and pick up the dog? Yeah, the stage is yours now. Pick up the dog, roll the ball on the floor. Theater's yours.
Things got quiet towards the end of session 2 for both groups. Ken had his mind on the movement he saw earlier by the window.
left to right, like coming toward us. You know, 3 or 4 times. You know, the first couple, meh. Third time, got my interest. Fourth time, definitely had my attention. So. I don't know.
So is this session pretty quiet compared to that first one?
Well, we got voices first time in. We got the whistle back, which we managed to record. And that was great because that showed definite communication. It showed an awareness of us and it showed an interaction. So that was unusual. And I thought with that, maybe music. Maybe that's the thing. But I didn't hear anything tonight, so unfortunate because I was looking forward to that.
The next session had everyone in the town selectman room. Well, almost everyone. Pirate Chris was finding his way up to the bell tower in search of hidden treasures.
If there's a treasure chest up here, I'm not opening it, I'm telling you that much. So don't even ask. That's not really very sturdy here. You got it? It's weird. It's like the roof of the. Ooh. This is odd. This is the camera guy.
Hey, what's up?
That I'm taking on an adventure. Not to a crow's nest.
See the shadow that's cast on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw something moving.
Okay.
So on the wall or in the window, like over here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
It looked like somebody walked across. Because I can see Ken moving.
Yeah, you can see Ken, right?
But this was bigger.
Have you raised children in this town?
Watch the place where Cody.
Have you raised children in this town?
After it was discovered that the shadow on the wall was actually Cody and not the least bit paranormal, RISEUP held one last session before calling it a night.
Well, I'm back again. And just me. My friend. I really wanted to come back just to say goodbye because we're going to be leaving soon. Let me go past it. And I felt like you were here with me when I was talking to you before. So everyone else went downstairs to talk to a woman that they think they're hearing.
I'm going to address the woman here. Ma'am, your singing is extremely pleasant. We thank you very much for sharing that with us, but I wanted to ask you, are you in any kind of distress of any type? Not sure why you remain here? If there's intent on your part to allow us to hear you, I just want to let you know that you've been successful. It's working. We can hear you. We appreciate it. Very, very pleasant singing voice. But if there's anything we can do to help you, then we want to offer our assistance to you. Now, before we leave here this evening, could you just let yourself be known to us again? Would you mind terribly if we came back and visited you one more time?
We thank you for trying to talk to us tonight. We appreciate it. Like Ken said, we're not going to be here too much longer. Just wanted to kind of say good night, and if you had anything else you wanted to say to us, now's your chance to do it. We're paying attention to you.
Okay, almost all of us came down here tonight to wish you well, to say good night, but we'd like to hear from you one more time if we could. It would make our evening complete.
I made it up to the top of the bell tower. It's a pretty cool place. Have you been up there? Probably doesn't look like what it did when you saw it. Hey, you could help me out too. We're going to leave and I have to open up all these shades again, these shutters. Can you open up some of them for me? Help me out? Maybe one of them? I would consider that a great goodbye. I consider that a way of telling me that I met you. You know, they heard a lady downstairs crying or sounding sad. They're down there right now talking with her, trying to talk to her, a spirit. Do you know this lady? Is she someone you're familiar with? Is it someone you don't let come up here?
Whose voice is that? Male. Male, deep voice. Male, deep voice. And we came down here to say goodnight, so we would appreciate it if you can do the same. If you'd like to say something, if you'd like to sing something, if you have anything to say at all, we're listening. I'm afraid we're going to have to walk away, though.
Evidence? Oh, yeah. We got plenty of that. You heard some already, but let's take it from the top so you can listen to everything. At the beginning of the show, you heard Ken talking about a ping pong ball moving on the table in the auditorium. Here is their DVR footage. You can see the ball moving, And Ken trying to get the attention of anybody at home base. So did Ken unknowingly disturb the table, causing one ball to break ranks? I don't know. Was this paranormal? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. This one was off of Julie's camera. Cody was setting up equipment in the cell, and of course I got in the way. You could clearly hear a voice, though, saying, "Who's out there?" The next piece of evidence stars everybody's favorite new member of RISEUP Paranormal, Mr. Pickles the dog. Don't laugh. I hear he's getting his own booth at the Rhode Island Paracon in July. Anyway, he was left alone on the stage, no crew in the auditorium, and the motion sensor lights on either side of him kept going off. Ken says they have no idea why or how they were being activated.
You were active before when I was up here. You were active before when I was up here.
The female voice you hear at the beginning is Leilani Dalpe, the Middleborough select woman who got RISEUP into Town Hall. After she states to a spirit she hopes is there that they were active before she got there, you hear a breathy response. During this whole episode, you heard a lot about the singing female in the basement. Here she is again, for a sort of encore.
Mark audio.
You heard Ken whistling earlier in the auditorium. He didn't get a response when he called for one after he was done, but the whistling spirit was heard from later in the evening.
I heard something.
Would you like to sing something to us?
Again. Again. Again.
Ken took the scream that he and I both heard through his microphone while sitting in the cell. He cleaned it up best he could. The problem is that it comes while Cody is talking.
I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you can either answer them right here, or you can tell the answer to my friend Ken. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you can either answer them right here, or you can tell the answer to my friend Ken. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you can either answer them right here, or you can tell the answer to my friend Ken.
The town hall is the second location in Middleborough, Massachusetts that we plan on returning to. Count on it. Thanks for watching RISEUP Paranormal's investigation of Middleborough Town Hall. I'm Dan Ginden, and I've been seeking out the paranormal truth.